dear friends. Today's practice is all about creating ease in the body, mind, and spirit, and offering ourselves the nourishment of rest. This is a practice of receiving, of intentionally filling our cups through gentle movement, breath, and stillness. Wherever you find yourself in coming to practice today, know that it is such a beautiful gift, not only to yourself, but to the world around you, to allow in sacred and nourishing rest. We'll start practice with some slow-paced movement, and then we'll end with longer held restorative postures. I hope you leave practice today feeling more centered, grounded, and at ease, allowing the beauty of life to reveal itself to you, and more for you to reveal your beauty to life. So let's begin. Namaste and welcome to practice. For today we'll be using a block, if you have it, or some books, a blanket, and a bolster, or just a firm pillow, could be a couch cushion. Let's start at hero seat on the shins and then sitting the hips on some support. Begin by just grounding through the sits bones, and then draw some circles up, back, and down with the shoulders, rubbing the hands on the thighs, taking some gentle, easy breaths, releasing tension in the shoulders, neck, and then settling the shoulders back and down. Start to take a gentle breath in, followed by an open mouth exhale. And then a few more gentle breaths, breathing into the low belly. And then at the top of the inhale, let it rise into the chest, emptying everything out gently on the exhale. A couple more gentle breaths. Think about breathing in all directions from a soft place in the belly, without forcing. Keeping the shoulders soft. And then bring the hands to the thighs and just rub a few times, giving some self-massage to the thighs. Begin to draw some half circles with the neck, bringing your right ear toward your right shoulder, chin down toward the sternum, and then the left ear toward the left shoulder, returning through center a few times, exploring your depth of what feels good. And be curious about letting the shoulders just be heavy, letting the jaw be soft. And then we'll linger with the left ear toward the left shoulder. And you can extend your right arm out to the side, fingertips toward the ground. Option to place your left hand on your left collarbone just to bring a little weight to the shoulder, gently encouraging it to stay down, seated. And taking that to the other side, begin to drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. Extend your left fingertips out to the side, touching the earth, and perhaps gently placing your right hand over your left collarbone. And option to nod the head yes a few times, finding little micro movements. Coming through center, draw a big circle of the shoulders up, back, and down. And then begin to reach the arms overhead, prayer palms meet as you inhale, exhale, hands to center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, prayer hands through the chest. One more time, inhale, big circle sweep of the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer to the chest. Roll the shoulders back if they lifted, and then inhale, reach up. Exhale, this time cactus the arms, turn the palms outwards. Plant the right hand down to the mat. Left arm reaches up and across. Palm of the left hand facing the right side. Straight through the left shoulder. Every inhale, finding length, and every exhale, sinking in a little bit deeper to your comfortable depth. Inhale to reach both arms overhead. Exhale, twist over toward the left side. Right hand comes to the left knee. Left hand plants behind you. I'm going to be here for a couple of breaths. Find a gentle engagement of the low belly, like a lifting up and in sensation. Let the twist come from the base of your spine. Keeping this twist, reach the left arm overhead and towards your right knee, planting your left hand on your right knee, then rocking side to side if that feels good, with the chin to the chest, just opening through the back of the heart space. Keeping the elbows planted, inhale to lift up, hands to opposite shoulders, or finding your variation of eagle arms. Could be back of hands touching, or maybe the palms can wrap and touch. Inhale to lift up, arch the spine. Exhale to round in. Couple breaths arching on the inhales, exhales rounding in. On your next inhale, open the arms out wide, look up. Exhale, prayer hands to the heart. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale, big circle sweep up, gaze up. Exhale, cactus, spread the fingers. Left hand plants on the floor, right arm reaches toward the ceiling, and then over toward the left side of the room, bending through the left elbow to find your depth. Stay heavy in your right sits bone. Keep that upward engagement of your low belly. Inhale to lift up, and then exhale, twisting toward the right. Left hand comes to right knee. Every inhale, finding length, and every exhale, twisting in a little deeper. Inhale, reach the right arm overhead, and then landing it onto the left shin or kneecap, and then round side to side. Let the upper back be loose, chin to the chest. Inhale into your variation of eagle, Garuda. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round in once more. Inhale to lift, and then open the arms wide, palms up, gaze up, big breath in. Exhale, slowly bring hands to heart center. Just reconnecting to your root, feeling grounded, connected to the earth. Slowly, gently, start to make your way into hands and knees, removing any blocks. And then option to add a folded blanket here to pad your knees. Coming into tabletop with hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, toes tucked. And if you have wrist sensitivity, option to have the bolster or the pillow to bring your forearms down, either palm facing down or on the pinky edge side. So finding whatever tabletop works best for your body today, and then begin to press down through the hands or forearms. And then draw little circles with the shoulder blades, pressing down, letting the chest sink in, pulling the shoulders back. And then on your next inhale, reach the right arm up overhead. Draw some circles with the wrist, making a fist in one direction, then the other. Slowly on your exhale, weave the right arm underneath the left, laying the back of the right arm down to the ground. Option to extend the left arm overhead for a deeper twist. Really just sending the breath here into the back of the right shoulder blade. And then inhale, press the left hand down, right arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, returning to tabletop. Let's take that on the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and then draw your wrist circles on the other side, gazing up. Re-extend the fingers, and then as you exhale, glide the hand underneath, laying the shoulder down, left ear down, maybe extending the right arm overhead. Deep breaths into the back of the left shoulder. And then replanting the right hand, inhale the left arm up overhead, and then returning to tabletop position. From here, sink the hips back to the heels for a child's pose, bringing the knees wider than the hips, toes to touch. Option to grab that bolster or pillow, place that in between the knees and underneath your torso, extending the arms overhead. Taking a few breaths here, again, just grounding, feeling connected. Beautiful. Let's make our way back into tabletop position. Sliding away the bolster if you used it. And then we're going to draw big circles with each arm, beginning with the right arm, reaching forward, up, back, and down. Following the arm with your gaze, and as you reach the arm back, sink the hips back to the heels, taking big breaths. One more here. Planting the right hand down, reaching the left arm forward, up, back, and down as the hips sink back. Inhale as you reach forward and up. Exhale, sink the hips back and down. Last one, inhale, reaching forward and up. Exhale, hips sink back to the heels, and returning to tabletop position. From here, moving through some cat-cows in any way that feels good. Letting the inhale lift the heart space and the sits bones. Exhales, chin to the chest, rounding down. Just expanding the front and back sides of the body. Following your breath, your movement. Inhale, keeping the knee bent, extend your right toes up to the ceiling, and then draw some big circles with the right knee out toward the right side, underneath the body, to the back. A few times, following your breath. Maybe they're big circles, maybe they're just little circles, doesn't really matter. And then sinking the hips back to the heels, finding a child's pose. Maybe the palms stack, letting the forehead land on the palms, or extending the arms to the front of your mat. Again, just coming back again and again to your grounding on the earth. Then as you're ready, finding tabletop, we'll do that on the other side. Left toes point to the ceiling, come out to the side, underneath the body, to the back of your mat and around, just big circles. Bringing lubrication, fluidity to the hip joint. And then returning to tabletop position, begin to walk your hands back towards your knees. Have a seat on your shins. And we'll take the blanket that you have and fold it in such a way that it is wider than the mat at the center of your mat. So there's about a foot on either side of the mat of blanket. We're going to be using that in just a moment as padding. From here in hero's position, having a seat on the shins, inhale, reach the arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, drag the hands across the blanket to the front of the mat, and then come onto the belly, forearms down into a Sphinx pose, lifting the heart. Exhale, press the hands under the shoulders and bring the seat right back to the heels. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze up. Exhale, slide the hands down. Maybe they slide across your thighs, the blanket, coming onto forearms as you lift the crown into your Sphinx pose. Once more, hands plant. Bring the seat back to the heels. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, sliding the hands, getting that tactile sensation. Inhale to lift the heart. And this time stacking one palm on top of the other, bringing the elbows wide, and then bringing the forehead down on top of the stacked palms. You can rock the hips side to side here. As you're ready, bring your right knee out to the right side, knee in line with hip, ankle in line with knee, so that just let the pelvis be heavy here, feeling that gentle opening through the right inner thigh and hip space. Taking breaths into the back body. And then from here, option to move to a chest expansion, sliding the left arm out to the left side in line with the shoulder. You can plant the right hand down and begin to come onto the right side. Stacking the right foot behind the left knee, or just bring the right foot on top of the left if that's too much of a twist. Breathing here into this chest opening on the left side and a little spinal twist here. Inhale, coming back to the belly, forehead back to stacked hands, and then find some windshield wipers of the feet side to side. Let's take that on the other side. So sliding your left knee out to the left side in line with your hip. Extending your right arm out to the right side this time. Left hand plants. Press down through the left hand to come onto your right side. Maybe stepping the right foot behind the left. Breathing here. Inhale, coming back to that position with your left leg extended, holding here for a breath, and then re-extending the left leg long. Once more, bending the knees and finding your windshield wipers side to side, releasing any tension in the low back, the hips. Re-extending the legs long, plant the hands, come onto hands and knees. And then find some organic movement here through maybe traditional cat-cow, or maybe finding circular motions, circling out the head, shoulders, hips, in any way that feels good. Really, don't overthink it. Just feel in to how the body would like to move right now. From here, coming into a neutral spine, toes tucked, arch the spine into cat pose, and then coming into downward facing dog, extending the legs, grounding down through the hands, and then pedaling the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe shaking the head yes and no. Maybe lowering the heels to the right and the left. Just finding fluidity with your down dog here, finding some motion that feels good. Coming into stillness now, inhale, lift onto the balls of the feet and let that motion bring your chest forward. And then on your exhale, bend the knees, bring the hips back into downward facing dog. A few more rounds just like that. Inhales, coming forward. Exhales, bending the knees, sending the hips back to down dog. On your next exhale, walking hands back toward your feet, feet mat width apart, finding ragdoll, taking opposite elbows, generous bend in the knees as you sway it out side to side. Heel toe the feet hip width apart now. Right hand plants, right knee bends, left arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, left hand plants, left knee bends, right arm reaches to the sky. Beautiful. One more time on each side. Right hand plants, left arm extends. Exhale, left hand plants, right arm extends. Big breath in. And then planting both hands, walking them forward, grounding the knees down to the earth, coming into puppy pose. Forehead comes down to the mat lightly, arms reach forward to the top of your mat, hips over the knees, toes can be tucked. Just breathing into the underside of the arms, growing long through the side body. Hands plant now under the shoulders and inhale, arch the spine, gaze up, cat pose. Exhale, press the ground away, cow pose. Inhale once more to cat, tuck the toes, returning to down dog. Let's flow through that little sequence one more time. Inhale, rounding forward, shoulders over wrists, and then bend the knees, bring the hips back to down dog. Inhale onto the balls of the feet, heart comes forward. Exhale, press the ground away, send the hips back. And then one last time, heart comes forward, hips back to down dog. Begin to walk the hands, handprint at a time, back to forward fold. Right hand plants, left arm lifts on your inhale. Exhale, left hand plants, right arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, right hand plants. Last time, left arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, left plants, and the right lifts. Planting both hands now, walking forward, grounding the knees, coming into puppy pose. Laying forearms down, reaching fingertips to the front of the mat. Forehead lightly rests down on the earth. Big breath in. A big breath out. Walking hands under shoulders, lifting the torso upright, and then locate your bolster or pillow, as well as your block or books, whatever you're using as a block. Place the bolster lengthwise at the back of the mat, and then put the block at the edge of the bolster toward the back so that it's forming a ramp. Begin to bring your knees on either side of the base of the bolster, big toes to touch. Shins on top of the blanket that we already had in place. And then you can lift your hips and fold each edge of the blanket over your heels so that you have a little bit of padding there. And then begin to come down onto forearms, laying the right cheek down. If you have an extra blanket or a pillow or a sweatshirt, you can place that into the hip crease. This creates a bit of compression and a feeling of security and relaxation. Just kind of placing that into the belly and then coming back down, just an option. And if there's any discomfort on the tops of your ankles, you can take a rolled hand towel or something similar and place that at the tops of your ankles so that they have a little bit of support. It can also be really nice to put a pillow underneath your hips if you do have tightness in your hips to elevate the seat. So really just setting yourself up well in this child's pose, this position of receiving care and nurturing. So really, as we're moving into the restorative and restful part of our practice, The intention here is to, layer by layer, invite and relaxation into the body, not through forcing or agenda, but just allowing and inviting the body to soften, one part at a time, one layer at a time. You can turn your cheek to the other side if it was turned. And I'm just going to read some quotes. You can just let them marinate over your being. What would it feel like to be completely nourished? What would it feel like to be completely nourished? Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out, beginning to press your hands down, lifting upright. And you can remove the blanket on your lap if you had one. Undo the blanket that you folded over your ankles. Make your way onto your seat, feet on either side of the bolster, hands behind you. Just windshield wiper the legs side to side. And then come into side sit with the base of the bolster, moving as gently as you can, bringing the edge of your right hip to touch the bottom of the bolster. You can bend your right shin parallel and then bring your left knee to the base of your right foot. Inhale, reach the arms overhead and then twist, placing fingers on either side of the bolster. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, lay the belly and the torso down over the bolster, coming into deer pose. If there's sensitivity in your back, you can just stack your left knee on top of your right. You can see which one feels best for you. But otherwise, coming into this gentle twist, allow the shoulder blades to come apart and your body to really sink into the weight of gravity. Perhaps feeling a sensation of the earth rising up to meet you. Letting go of any control of the breath, and instead just watching and observing as your breath breathes you, without any conscious effort on your part. This act of loving surrender, of coming back to our own inner source of nourishment and deep rest. Taking a big breath in, sliding hands to the earth. And we'll shift to take that deer pose on the other side. So bringing the low back to the base of the bolster, hands on either side, find those windshield wipers of the knees side to side. And then the next time that your knees are over to the left side, you can place your outer left hip at the base of the bolster, your knees at a 90-90 angle. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, twist over to face the bolster, hands on either side. Inhale to a tall spine, and then exhale, lower the body down, turning the left cheek down, facing to the right. And again, just seeing what could soften here letting the pelvis be heavy, letting the back of the heart space feel expansive. Rest will accept you exactly as you are. Rest will accept you exactly as you are. There is a time for all things, and this includes rest. There is a time for all things, and this includes rest. Taking a big breath in, planting the hands down, lifting the torso upright. Once more pivoting the knees forward, low back to the base of the bolster. You can find that blanket and begin to place it over your legs. And if you do have another pillow or a sweatshirt or something to give your head a little support, maybe grabbing that as well. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, a little gentle heart opening. You can lay the back body down on this bolster. Low back near the base of the bolster. Arms coming wide on either side, palms up. Legs can be extended, feet rolling out, or perhaps soles of feet together, knees wide, or the opposite, feet hip width apart or wider, knees knocking in together. Just choosing a position that best serves your body. And then settling in, scanning the body for any places that might be holding tension unknowingly. Checking in with the jaw, the muscles of the face. Releasing across the shoulders. Softening across the belly, the hips. Releasing the thighs, the knees. Softening across the shins, the calves. And releasing the soles of the feet. Whole body now in restful relaxation. Nothing to do or accomplish. Just being here now. Being here now. Here for all that is, with openness, trust, and surrender. Rest does not ask us to do anything or be anyone other than who we actually are. Rest does not ask us to do anything or be anyone other than who we actually are. My ancestors rejoice when I rest. My ancestors rejoice when I rest. Beginning now to take a gentle but full breath in and a sigh out the mouth. On your next inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, gently cactus the arms, place them back down by your hips. Inhale to lift. Gentle exhale to lower. Once more, inhale, reaching. And exhale, cactusing the arms down. Maybe one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly here. Just connecting to your heart space. Gently, slowly, starting to bend the knees, plant the feet on the earth, and then rolling off of the bolster onto your right side. Maybe take that pillow with you for your head. Pausing here in this embryo cocoon, with your knees pulled into your chest. And as you're ready, pressing down into a seat if you'd like to end your practice upright. Otherwise, staying. You can start to rub your hands over your thighs. And then bringing hands to the outer shoulders, just giving them a couple of squeezes up and down the length of the arm. Giving some compression and nurturing self-touch. You can massage the top of one shoulder, the opposite hand. Maybe some circular motions at the heart space. And then taking it to the other side, if that feels good. Supportive self-touch can be a powerful way of connecting. With both hands resting on your heart, take a big breath into that bright, brilliant, beautiful heart of yours. Bringing hands to Anjali Mudra, thumbs touching the third eye. And a little bow forward, bowing to your own heart. Namaste. Namaste, dear friend. Wonderful practice. I hope you feel nourished and uplifted as you move throughout your day.